Yes. All right. Yes. All right now. I wonder if you guys can hear the music in the background. Got my music going. Got my crystals. Got my beautiful crystal wand. And my magic amethyst. Yes. You guys, so happy to be here. Okay, I'm shuffling the cards. I'm getting right into this tonight, you guys, because there's a lot of requests. And I just want to say, I just pulled a card for the group, and it's the Four of Wands. Look at that party. I love it. So I hope this is going to be a party tonight. Fantastic. Let's see here. All right. We're going to start with the first request. And you guys, I apologize for being an hour and a half late, an hour and, I don't know. I'm at least an hour late, right? An hour and a half late, maybe almost 2 hours late. That is my life right now. That's my life. I told you guys, I've got Saturn in the first house. And in case you guys don't know about Saturn in the first house, I am here to school you. I'm here to tell you firsthand. Why listen to a book when I can tell you exactly what a second Saturn in the first house is? Let me tell you something. First of all, what they say about the slowdown with the Saturn return is exactly true. I am so slow. So slow. This is me actually trying to be here. But I can honestly tell you what happened. I wasn't feeling good, and I had promised I would do this. And so around, I would say 3 or 4 o'clock, maybe 4, I had taken, I was sipping on Theraflu, and it caught up to me. I mean, you can only sip on Theraflu for so long before it knocks you out. So I thought, okay, let me just lay down for a few hours. And I remember I had put on just like an affirmation, like a positive vibe video from my gregarious.flixters with a z.net or .com. And I was listening to something there. I can even tell you what it was. I think it's still here. Let me see. I was listening to Draw Money Like a Magnet, Secret Grab a Boy Code. Oh, can you hear it? It came on. Draw Money Like a Magnet. Can you hear this song? This would put anyone to sleep. Okay. So anyway, I was listening to that. And it was an hour and 11 minutes, but I obviously slept over the allotted time. And that's what happened. So we're going to start with the first reading, because I'm not going to spend too much time on dilly-dallying here, no matter what, whether or not you're asleep right now or you're awake. Because I know on the East Coast it's already 1 o'clock in the morning, and I respect that. I do. I hope that you all on the East Coast respect the fact that CapricornTigress is just slightly under the weather. But my voice is here, and I feel refreshed. So I am doing these readings, and we're going to start with the wonderful Carl Anthony. It's the first name I see here, Carl Anthony. And Carl, I just want to give a shout out too, by the way, to my wonderful friend Dolores Hicks, because she sent me as just a gratuity, a couple of decks. And I'm like, I'm going to use said decks. So the first deck I'm pulling with tonight is Chris Ann's The Light Seers Tarot. It's a 78 card deck. And I love these. I've actually seen these around, and I have these digitally on my in my group of cards that I pull from in my intuitive readings, but I didn't have the actual deck. So I am so excited. Me and this deck are getting to know each other, and I think tonight will be a fabulous night for us to get to know each other better. So here we go. I also, by the way, got another deck from Dee, which is the Astrology reading cards, Your Personal Guidance from the Stars by Allison Chester Lambert. I love these. I love these. These are a little bit more directed, you know what I mean? And so, like, if I feel like I need a clarification or something, I might pull one of those cards. Okay. So anyway, for Carl Anthony, we're going to go ahead and get started. Carl's probably fast asleep if he's on the East Coast. It's 1 o'clock in the morning there on a Tuesday night, right? So let's see. We had a couple of cards pop out for Carl, and just like I do with my, Miss Cleo deck, I'm only pulling a few cards for you guys because otherwise we'll be here all night. And I told you guys I'm under the weather. We're not doing that tonight. Okay, we're not doing that. So let's see what the cards want to tell Carl. Let's see what the cards want to tell Carl. I just want one more card to come out for Carl. Just one more. There we go. So Carl, and I'm going on, they got all new meanings and stuff here. I'm going by what I know. I'll refer to some things occasionally just to see if they look at it differently. Every deck has its own messages on the different things, and I like to know all of them. Most of the time I'm on the money anyway. But your first card was the King of Cups. The King of Cups. And I really like this card, Carl. It's very emotional. I mean, there's emotion there because look, there's the water. He's playing with the singing bowl. He's really kind of communing with the nature and the water. Really, it's about love and about emotional intelligence and about patience and about experience and stability and balance, creativity, diplomacy, someone who supported the nurturing a wise leader. Now, Carl, I can't recall exactly what your sun sign is, but it could just be that you're in an emotional state or you're dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio right now. It can also be a drama king, someone who's not withdrawn, but not in touch with emotions and being triggered, temperamental. It could also indicate an opportunity to work with the subconscious mind and to deal with self-care. And here they have a special message. My heart holds deep wisdom and love, and I use it to connect and lead. So Carl, that could definitely be something that's going on. And here's the Empress. This is, of course, as you can see, she's got the world in her tummy. She's pregnant, the Empress. Usually it's a Virgo, so you could be dealing with a Virgo. But she's also very creative, and it's also an indication of a new beginning. Now, I'm not sure what this deck says it for, but that's what I know it to be, about the new beginning. And it could be that could be it. Now, this is what this deck has to say about the Empress. So this could be part of it. It's the divine feminine, prolific creativity, fertility, motherhood, unity, the goddess, sensuality, nurturing, abundance, empathy, unconditional love, unification of mind, body, and spirit. And also, it could the opposite, but it's not. We're going to read the upside because these all came up upright. Okay. And it's, I'm ready to give birth to my abundantly rich life. I love that. Next, you got the Emperor. Oh my gosh, that's a couple. I mean, I don't know what this thing says about the emperor, but I know what the empress and the emperor together like that, that's a couple. Carl, haven't I been telling you about the couple for a minute? Also, this is an Aries, okay? This is an Aries man, a leader, an executive, a boss, a decision maker. But they are together, and that is the quintessential couple, okay? But this is the divine masculine. Basically, we had the divine masculine and divine feminine show up together. It can also indicate authority, power, and natural leader, structure, strategic and analytical thinking, taking action, promotion. And here's the Nine of Swords. I think when the Nine of Swords comes up like that, this is someone in their head. This is someone having bad thoughts. Look at her face. Look at her. This is like, you know, maybe just not thinking right. That's the stinking thinking card. And then the Six of Swords came out in reverse. And, you know, it's funny when you get this deck, it asks you to define your favorite cards and your least favorite cards. My favorite card is the Six of Swords, but upright. So I'm going to tell you what the Six of Swords has to tell you because it's in reverse. And the Nine of Swords we kind of went over, but the Six of Swords in reverse, or excuse me, Six of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands in you know, upright is very positive, but in reverse, it's not seeing eye to eye. It's pessimism. And with it being next to the Nine of Swords like that, I mean, it was right next to pessimism, right? The Nine of Swords and then the Six of Swords reversed. So it's pessimism. It's resentment, self-doubt, a desire for acknowledgement and feelings of failure. Comparisonitis, falling from grace. You have one of the things it says here is, I am worthy of this success. And I am grateful that I am seen. So if you've been hiding out, Carl, and just in your head a lot and not feeling like the boss, because you are, you've got this, you know, let go of that comparisonitis or whatever it is, or feeling down on things, because you've got this potential to be the boss. And I think maybe you've been hiding from it. Oh, and the bottom of the deck, the Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. And I'm going to tell you exactly what this page is according to this. Now, for me, I always say it's communication about the money, but in this case, I think this page wants to tell you just something a little bit different than that. So let me tell you what it has to say. It was in the upright, so it is manifesting new opportunities. Could be financial, right? New beginnings, good news, ambition, skills, training, financial opportunities, as I always say, Page of Pentacles. New career paths, new connections, exploration stage, a beginner, earth magic, and making plans a reality. And it says here, I can be practical and realistic and still run ahead to meet my dreams. So I think this is about you running ahead to meet your dreams, Carl, and forget about the bad thoughts and the comparisonitis and the pessimism. Let that go. I think you've got this. You just got to know you got this and go for it, okay? I tell you what I'll do. I don't want to spend too much on time on each individual reading, but I will do this. I'll pull one clarifier, one itsy bitsy mitsy clarifier, okay? And I'm just going to arbitrarily pull them from this deck because I'm not real familiar with this deck. And I know they want you to plan out the cards and all that kind of stuff. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to arbitrarily pull a card that I think is for Carl tonight. And that card turned out to be Pluto. Your ability to transform, take a big leap toward a rebirth and rebirth. I'll take a big leap forward and rebirth. Rebirth. This is about rebirth. That is the phoenix rising from the ashes. That is pretty much the symbolism for Pluto. And when I think about that card in particular, it's like, no matter how bad it is, your ability to rise up to rise up again, right? And to succeed or to overcome whatever this is, that is there. So know that, Carl, and I hope this reading resonated with you, and I hope that it gave you the answer that you sought. Okay, much love and light to you, Carl. So we're going to move on to the next person, and that next person is Brielle Smith. Brielle Smith. So let's see what they wanted to pop right out for Brielle Smith. And like I said, I'm just getting used to this new deck, but I love when the cards pop out like that. Let me get one more. One main card for Brielle Smith. I'm going to be picking up pace because we don't got a lot of time, but I do want to get these done. So Brielle, this is what I see for you. I actually got more than I thought. You started with the Empress card. So Brielle, I can't remember if you are like a Virgo or if you're pregnant or anything like that, but it is the Empress. Could just be that you're pregnant with new ideas, new creativity. The Empress is that new beginning. That's what she is. So remember that. And here we've got the Six of Swords. This is you moving away. This is travel, moving to somewhere new. With the Empress and the Six of Swords like that, I really sense that you are right at the, the beginning of starting something new, something that you can move toward that's new and creative. This is transition. This is being in that transitional phase. Help is arriving at the perfect time, rites of passage. Healing, moving forward beyond trauma, shadows of the past, support from others, personal evolution, and a spiritual transition and journey. I always just say you're traveling out of whatever it is you've been in, Brielle. And next is the Eight of Strength. Eight of Strength. And I love this, the Eight of Strength. When I think of strength, they always have a lion there because it's known as the lion. But I always think of the Strength card as like lust and passion, what you're passionate about, what you really want to pursue in this lifetime, and what really gets your boat. Like, what is it? And I think sometimes we do things, but we're not passionate about those things. And this is about the passion. And I love that. I'm trying to find this card here. I probably should have looked it up. I'm still getting used to this deck. I want to tell you what this deck says about passion, right? Because what I say about passion, with the whatever you're passionate about, I said passion, strength. Okay, because that's the way I look at it. The Strength card is the passion card. But this is not telling me. So I would have to go through this one by one and look for strength for you guys, which I don't know if I really want to do that since, okay, here we go. It says courage, calmness, quiet strength, influence, graceful leadership, gifted healer, purity of thought and heart, spiritual matters, compassion, sometimes just lust or animal instinct. I always just say it's lust and passion. It's lust. Anyway, strength. I deliberately bring my compassion and strength forward, and I use them for good. And I guess that's what that is. When you're transitioning, make sure you bring forward your passion, your strength, because you're creating something new with the Empress there. But here's the Hermit. And this is, of course, going into that mental mindset, going in to concentrate on what it is you want. And I think it's because the end card is the Magician. You probably are going away, Brielle, into your mind, into your higher consciousness to concentrate on what it is you want to bring into this world. And the funny thing is with the Magician there, I feel like you've got the potential to bring in anything you want. The Magician is an amazing card because it's a card that indicates you have all the tools you need. It's a natural talent. It's natural powers. It's your skill, your powers of manifestation, creativity, and resourcefulness. And the message is, I can manifest the life I desire through energy and action. So Brielle, I think that's what it's all about. I mean, between the Empress and then it ended on manifesting with the Magician, that's great. And here's the Ten of Swords. I think what it is, Brielle, is that you might feel like you've been working so hard toward manifesting whatever this is. And since it hasn't arrived, you may be feeling like, oh my gosh, I worked so hard. Am I ever going to get this manifestation I'm after? Because the Ten of Swords can be painful endings. It's a crisis. It's being stabbed in the back, right? The Ten of Swords. It's also an opportunity to find deep healing. You might just feel like you're recovering. And maybe that's why you've got the Empress, because it's starting anew from being stabbed in the back, perhaps. It's an opportunity to find deep healing, an opportunity to find hope and resiliency. And the message is, I am healing every day, and you are healing every day. Between the Magician and the Empress in that reading, and of course the Hermit, where you take the time to heal. So I want you to do that because you've got this Strength card here as well. And the Six of Swords indicates you're moving away from whatever it is, okay? So good luck, okay, Brielle? I sense whatever you've been going through, you are moving away from that. You are healing from that. You're not stuck in that. Because sometimes when we go through something in life, it is so easy for us to believe we're stuck in that moment. We're stuck in that situation and that we can't come out of it for some reason. But this is not the truth. I'm going to pick one card from the other deck. I'm just going to go wherever my hand wants to go for Brielle Smith. What message are we telling Brielle? What is this? You got Neptune. And you know, I don't even have to look it up. I'm looking up things tonight because these are new cards, right? I said these were new. But this is Neptune, and it says your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. So, you know, with Neptune, we can be fooled. It is the grand illusion. And so maybe, but I love Neptune for another reason. Neptune gives us the ability to believe. It's a faith card also. It could be fantasy, yeah. It could be that you have to develop this belief, this faith, this belief in this unknown, this unseen, right? Because you're creating something new with the Empress and the Magician, right? So you have to believe it. All right? Whatever that unseen, unknown thing is, it's about you believing in it and knowing, okay? So that's my reading for you, Brielle. I hope that resonated with you. Brielle had mentioned someone named Megan Lee. I'm assuming that's a friend of Brielle's, Megan Lee. And a card popped out, 2 cards popped out. So Megan Lee, you're getting this reading because it really wanted to tell you something. I did that just to see what happened, and there they were. Wow, her cards just popped right out of my hand. Here's something that fell on the floor. Hold on. It came up right, though. That's good. Okay, here we go. Here we go for Megan Lee. Megan Lee. Megan Lee, your first card, 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. And look at that. That's like the family. And let's look at this. I want to see what they're telling about the 6 of Cups, because he's there with his dog, watching the dog grow up from a youth to an older dog. And this is what it says about the 6 of Cups. I think that's an interesting photo that they chose for the 6 of Cups, because, you know, it's known for thinking about the past. And so in this case, it's like thinking back on the youth or the childhood, and then they show the dog. But it is nostalgia. Card of nostalgia. Reconnecting with people from the past. Harmony. Themes of your life. Inner child and future self. So I guess that's why they have like the inner child and then the future self, an older man with the dog. But the main message here is, I am at peace with my past. It has brought me to where I am meant to be. This is where you're meant to be. I love that. I love that this is your first card as well, Megan Lee. because maybe you're dealing with that nostalgia, that thinking of the past, whatever it is that you're thinking about in the past. You got the Three of Cups next. And I love the Three of Cups. That's celebrating after being through something. Like maybe you have been through something in the past, right? Maybe that's why you're thinking back on the past, because you've been through or experienced something in the past. And you know, that's something that you think about. So I'm just looking here about this, with what they say about the Three of Cups. They have here, yeah, friendships, abundance, cooperation, community, closeness with siblings, joy, communication, celebration, soul contracts. And I connect to the sacred siblinghood and into this expansive experience of witnessing time. So it is about time. Isn't that funny? That theory about time came back up. And next we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a warrior. Look, he's got the arrow, you know, on his back. He's got the motorcycle. He's what I call an guy, but he's always seems to be fighting. I'm going to see what they say about the Knight of Swords in this reading, or in this deck. It's haste here. They've got streamlined decision making, intelligence, wit, determination, saving the day, the pursuit of excellence, ambition, being assertive, and success. So that's the way they see the Knight of Swords. Okay, a lot of times I just see him as a you know, a fighter, but or you know, arguments, pretty much. But I move quickly to help others. As I do, my dreams expand. So it's about moving quickly. Next was the Four of Cups. Four of Cups. And as you can see, she does look like she's down in her cup. Look at that. Four of Cups. And, you know, the cups are always indicative of being emotional anyway. But when you've got the Four of Cups, because four is one of those cards, it's missing opportunities for abundance. It's a time to meditate. Frustration and boredom. She looks bored. Look at her. Being a brat. Not appreciating what you have. Apathy, introspection, stability leading to boredom. And isn't this the one I call my salty card? Because she's just looking all kind of salty right there. She's just not happy, is she? And I see the fullness and richness of my life is the message. I think sometimes we don't see the fullness and richness of our lives because we're too busy in our misery. We're thinking about the bad things, not thinking about the potential. In your case with the Six of Cups, I think you might be thinking about the past. You know, you might be quick to think about the past, or that things are like the past, or think it's, you know, it can't move forward. But here's the Ten of Wands. And this is just a lot of hard work. In this case, it looks like they got her traveling, carrying a whole lot, right? And I'll tell you what this Ten of Wands has to tell you according to this here. But yeah, the Ten of Wands is a lot of responsibility, and it's taking on too much. This is what they have to say. Taking on too much, an opportunity to free yourself from heavy burdens, obligations, finding yourself close to a successful outcome, the need to prioritize, and a message to keep going. And I always tell when I see this card, don't give up. Because the Ten of Wands is usually that card that indicates the person is really ready to give up. I mean, the burden's heavy. And so you might be there. And the message they give in this is, I release my burdens to the ethers, knowing that the universe will help me to send to the essentials. So I think whatever burdens you have, you know, I think you've been looking back in the past, maybe thinking about when things were easier, when you had support maybe of your siblings or family, and you're moving towards something quickly, but you're kind of not ready. I think you've been overburdened, and that could be part of what's going on. On the bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. So I think when I see the Ace of Cups, it tells me that you're going to get your emotional fulfillment. You've just got to know that your emotional fulfillment is possible. Now, I'm hoping it's not coming out as excessive emotion in whatever situation this is in, but that it is coming out as you're attaining your emotional fulfillment. And I'm really looking this up right here because I want you to know what this Ace of Cups really means. It is new ideas, the seed of potential, the arrival of inspiration, illumination, intense creativity, the mirror-like nature of consciousness, the interconnectedness of all things, the ability to manifest anything. I seed my bright future with the roots of creativity and inspiration. But remember, it's cups. It's all about the emotion. I'm going to pull one card, one of these cards. Don't know which one, just shutting my eyes and feeling around and grabbing what hits me. And I got Sagittarius. Megan, this energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. So it is all about that positive energy, that positive, fiery Sagittarius energy of knowing. Sometimes when I see Sagittarius, I think, oh, that means you might have to go and learn more, get more insight onto something, because it is a card of intelligence. And so I'm hoping that's how it manifests in your life, Megan. So I'm going to be moving on to the next. And Megan, I hope that resonated with you. Okay, much love to you. So the next is Banksema. Wow, a card popped right, 2 cards popped out for Banksema the moment I said the name. Banksema, Banksema, Banksema. Let's see what we're getting for Banksema. Banksema. This card wants to come out. Banksema. Let's see, Banksema. Banksema. I like this. This is a great way for me to really introduce myself to these cards and have them introduce themselves to me. Okay, so here we, this one wanted to come out too. So Banksema, you got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles was your first card. And I kind of like how they've got that with the pentacles, a horse kind of following them. I'm going to tell you what this wants to say about the Knight of Pentacles, because this is just extra insight that I normally don't give. So it's interesting, right? Knight of Pentacles. This is a diligence and hard work card, determination, steadfastness, building material security. That's the way I always see it. Building that material security. Safety, being pragmatic, and expansion. So, Banksema, you could be in the middle of expansion. Seed by seed, I plant my future with my rock steady foundations of faith. I love that's your first card. Next, you got the King of Pentacles. So you had the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the King of Pentacles. So far, Banksema, this is all about money, isn't it? This is all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins. Look at that. Overflowing material abundance, patience and determination, a confident and warm leader, providing others comfort and security, personal growth, goals reach prosperity and success. This is all about the Benjamins, baby. All about it. I dream my endless potential into existence with steady desire and effort. So you are manifesting something in the financial realm. I think, Banksema, that's a good thing. And it's the High Priest, and talk about manifesting. Yes, using your higher mind, using that intuition, using whatever is coming up subconsciously in your head and your mind and your brain and your heart, using that to get ahead financially. That's what this is, the high priestess. Now, you could also be a Cancer, be dealing with a Cancer or Pisces, but I really think this is about you using that ability to manifest, right? This is dreams. You might be dreaming about how you're going to get that financial manifestation. I actually recommend you sign up at gregarious.flixters.com and go through the videos that I have on that site. Not every video, but I would say as much as 95% of the videos there is all about manifestation, manifesting what you want. I made it that way. I made it so that it's positive and uplifting. And sometimes it's about you manifesting what you want on a subconscious level, on a deep subconscious level. And I think that that's what you're doing things. I really do. This is dreams, powerful vision, psychic insights, serendipity, meditation, introspection, intuition, spiritual experience. I have the answers I seek, and by following the truth, I will find them. Ooh, I love that. Next is the Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Some people could be in their cups. I mean, when you look at that, look at her. She's kind of down in her, literally down in the earth in the cups, looking down deep in the earth for her answer. Let me tell you what this says about the Five of Cups. And I'll, here we go here. So Five of Cups. The Five of Cups states, let me make sure I got it. I was on the Four of Cups here. Grieving. Like I said, usually I always say they're drinking, because when I see the Five of Cups, it's usually someone down in their drink. That's the way I look at it. But here it's grieving, delusion, disappointment, betrayal, bitterness. Thanks, are you bitter? Wallowing, self-pity. And it can signify a broken heart. Now, if you've been hurt, this could be it. Especially if this is about money and you feel like I don't got it. Like, I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know how I'm going to get it. You could be wallowing in that. My tender heart helps me navigate toward my bright future. Five of Cups. And the next card that popped up for you was the Ace of Swords. Oh my God. Now, I have not looked at this in this deck yet. This is me. I'm practicing with you guys right now with this deck. But with my regular deck, the Ace of Swords is complete and total victory. So let's see what this wants to tell you about the Ace of Swords. If this also indicates complete and total victory. You know what's freaking me out is that I just literally opened up to it. Like, so obviously it wanted me to share this with you bags. Like, I literally just touched the book and it came to the Ace of Swords. New ideas, clarity, an aha moment, truth revealed, awareness, and heightened states of consciousness, memory of thought, communication, victory, success, and triumph. A stroke of genius. This is the victory card. I experience brilliant moments of clarity. Brilliant moments of clarity. It's the clarity that leads to the success. And on the bottom of the deck was the Hangman. Now, I couldn't tell if he was sideways, right side up. I'm going to put him right side up, okay? But you got the Hangman. And, you know, this is usually an indication of Pisces, but it's also an indication of like that thought. You know, when you're thinking. The Hangman is more meditation, though. It's like a deep internal type of thought. Okay, it's the internal, like your unconscious mind. It's maybe playing out all the different scenarios about the world and you know, the way things are in the world and how things can change. The Hangman is really deep. I don't think a lot of people give the Hangman enough credit. really deep. It's surrendering to the will of the cosmos, according to this book, an intentional pause. It's reflection, letting go. It's embracing the new, realigning your heart and purpose, new wisdom found. Spiritual teaching, sacrifice, enlightenment. I lean into my inner world of limitless miracles, surrendering to the divine of the cosmos. That's amazing. And on the bottom of the deck, wow, was the Tower. So I think you've got an ending coming. This ending, I believe, will lead to your new beginning. But the ending, I believe, is coming. And I do believe it is going to lead to some form of a new beginning or not. I'm going to see what this book wants to say about the Tower, since that's a really important card. And, you know, it's unexpected change. You know, I always say an ending that leads to a new beginning. But according to this, it says unexpected change, chaos, the rug pulled from under your feet, beliefs challenged, new awareness and perspectives, the destruction, being unsure of who you are. And the message is, in the chaos, I move toward the brightest light. And that is such a great advice. Move toward the greatest light. What does Abraham Hicks say? Go with the feeling of that makes you feel happiest. Like whatever that feeling is of happiness, joy, success, that makes you happy, whatever it is that is uplifting in that moment, go toward that. Go away from what is pulling you down, what makes you sad, and go toward what is uplifting and joyful and makes you expectant and happy. Okay, so I'm going to pull from this other deck, like I said, just fanning them out and pulling one card for Banksima. And let's see what this card is for Banksima. See where my hand's being going. Where's my hand going? My hand's going here. The fifth house. I love the fifth house. Fifth house, great house. Fifth house is the house of Leo, house of children, where you have fun, romance, and create things that you're proud of. I love it. Okay, so this is a great card to end on because it really is ending on your creativity and your ability to, you know, to manifest what you want in a positive, uplifting way, because the fifth house is positive and uplifting. Okay, so good luck to you, Banksima. My pleasure to do this for you tonight. So let's see. Next, I'm moving on to Deanna from. And Deanna, you guys, I love you guys. And I know I'm 2 hours late on everything I'm doing, but I'm so happy to do this for Deanna. Deanna's been through quite a bit in her life, and she lost her partner of many years. And so I guess for Deanna, it's a whole new world. It's a whole new beginning without that partner. And so I'm very interested in finding out what these cards really want to share with Deanna. And, you know, this is a whole new beginning in her life, probably one she wasn't expecting, but it's a whole new beginning all the same. And, you know, I can't believe the card that just started this reading. I'm in shock that was the first card. These cards don't know me yet. And I guess they're telling me they know me already. Yeah, these cards already, they feel like they know me. Isn't that funny? They are coming out and telling the story. And it is amazing the cards that have showed up in her reading based on what I've already just told you. So I'm just seeing one last card there. There we go. Thank you, Divine Spirit. So Deanna, I pulled a couple of cards for you tonight, and I can't believe the cards that came out. The very first card you got, Deanna, from was the Fool. And look at this card of the Fool. She's barely holding on. She's holding on by a thread, actually. but she's expectant. And I mean, I've never seen this card before or looked at it. It's a crystal, but it almost looked like an urn there in her hand. I know that sounds crazy. So I don't know if, you know, if you, you know, if you did keep an urn, that I don't know why that made me think of that. And but that's beginning. The Fool is the beginning. It's starting over. It's taking a chance and starting over after something ended. And I couldn't believe that these two cards came out like that. I almost want to cry just thinking about what you've been through, because you know, you're being urged to take this chance to go out on a limb, literally, after everything that you built fell apart. And it's probably the way you feel, that everything that you built fell apart. And now you've got this opportunity to begin again, and maybe not wanting to go out on that limb. But you know, the funny thing about the Tower is that after the ending, a new beginning often arises after that ending. And it's amazing, but this is your justice. Somehow, this is the way that it was weighed. Now, you could be looking for justice now. That could be part of how it's playing out. Or it could have been that it's about the balance. It's about the balance. About, and you might, I don't know how your partner died. Maybe you are seeking justice because of that, maybe. But I sense that it's about finding that balance, about finding what is right within, and balancing that and feeling at peace with that. And there is something else here that I just saw, and I want to make sure I get this, what their meaning is. It's the Five of Swords. And even when you look at the picture of the Five of Swords, because it's all about the mind, right? And how our mind messes with us. But do you see the crow literally picking at his brain? So it's conflict. It's unfair advantage. It's experiencing loss. And it's amazing these cards came out the way they did. I just shuffled. It's the need to build your skills and your confidence, hollow victories. The lessons move me ahead always. So like with you having justice and then this here, I really feel like it's all about the lessons that you're learning after this Tower moment in your life. And right after the Five of Swords, it's the Five of Pentacles. It's definitely showing the five energy, right? And of course, after losing a partner, I can understand why you had the Five of Swords and then the Five of Pentacles, because it's, you know, it's difficulties. You might be having health difficulties, financial difficulties, feeling left out or ostracized, feeling left alone. You know, you might be feeling that, like, he left me alone. And it could be worrying about your security, or a chance to clear your energy, you know, the blockages. It's doors that activate magical opportunities, though. And these magical opportunities are always opening for you. So even though you're feeling in this five place, magical opportunities are opening to you, Deanna. This is going to sound so horrible, what I'm going to say, but I sense that perhaps these opportunities may come due to, say, an insurance policy or a legacy or something left behind. I really do believe that. You got the Ace of Swords as your end. You know, this has been a crazy reading because it starts with the Fool, like start over, and it ends on victory. And so I feel like you've been through a lot, and it is about you starting over. It is about you getting out of that five energy, Deanna, and realizing that you've got an opportunity now to actually have victory, to start again, to use your mind in a way that leads to your victory. And so, and I just realized that, you know, in the mind there, it looks like a spiral staircase that's going around and around and around. So you might feel like you're going around and around and around and around, but I feel like you're at the precipice of doing something that will lead to your victory when you start again. Because the tower is an ending, but it is also the indication that something is starting again. And with you having this victory, you'll have brilliant moments of clarity that will lead to your victory and your success and your triumph, and whatever stroke of genius or aha moment this is, you're going to get that, okay? On the bottom of the deck, wow, I can't even believe this. The star. Oh my gosh, there it is, the star. This is the card that indicates, yeah, you've been through a loss. Yeah, you've been through the mire. I mean, whatever this is, but hitch your dreams onto that star. It's not over, Dean. It's not. Pour out your emotions in any way you have to. But get ready for this new beginning, this new opportunity to rise again, even though it may have felt like you would never rise again for a moment. But I really believe, and I'm going to see what the message they have in this book for the star, because, you know, I have my own little street messages, and sometimes they're not always exactly the same as in the books. Okay. But I'm going to get you the star. I want to tell you what it says. And of course, the star is an Aquarius card. So I don't know if you're an Aquarius or what, but it's about expecting miracles. I expect miracles. And I think that miracles might be able to be fulfilled. This is expectations fulfilled, wishes granted, opportunities, healing after traumatic events. Knowing you are on the right path, intuition, renewed hope. The star. Okay. I really had to read that to you. And I'm so grateful that these cards came out in the way that they did. It was filled with major arcana and then the Ace of Swords and the 2 5s. It's about you getting over that pain. And knowing at the end of all of that, you've got the potential for victory. I don't want to say it's from the insurance policy. Maybe there was, I don't know. But I sense that after it all, look at this. Oh my gosh. The card I just pulled out was Libra. Isn't that the partnership card? Look at that. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. So depending on the situation, I feel like maybe your partner might have left a will or insurance policy, or if not, it's about finding that balance now that your partner's going, okay? So I hope that resonated with you, Deanna, and I'm so shocked that these cards are the cards that actually came out for you. It's amazing to me when I see things like that happen. So much love and light, many blessings. So I'm going to move on to the next person here, which is my friend, Stephen Earl. Stephen Earl. Thank you, by the way, Stephen. I know he was looking for me about an hour or so ago, but as usual, Capricorn Tigress just does what she wants to do when she wants to do it. And I came up, I came here when I came and did what I do it. That's just the way it is. I gave you an about time that I was showing up, but then life happened and I didn't. You guys, I'm just grateful that I'm able to be here. Like I said, I was not feeling great and I really wasn't sure I was going to make it. But, when you're supposed to do something, it all pulls together. It all works out for the best in the end, doesn't it? I just want to get one more card for Stephen Earl. and see what these cards want to tell me. And it popped over, it popped over several, and I'm taking them because this is obviously what it wanted Stephen to hear. So Stephen, the first card you got is the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. And look at, when I see the Nine of Wands, I always think it's about getting ready for your success. It's about preparation. But I love how she's just standing there straight. I'm going to see what this wants to tell you about the Nine of Wands, because I'm learning something new from this book too, because it's from the light seer's viewpoint, right? Not just my basics. So it's giving some extra insight. So Nine of Wands here says determination, resilience, defiance. She does look kind of defiant there, doesn't she? A last defense. A last defense. Stephen, are you in the middle of a last defense? The final push. Excitement for what's to come. Finding motivation in the face of difficulties. So it's about being motivated in spite of. I push beyond my own perceived limitations, and I remain open and trusting as I do. Stephen, that's amazing. This pushing forward beyond your limitations. And the next card was the Hangman. So I think you might be in a position where you're taking that break, you're stepping back, using that intuition, that intuitive mind, going deep within, maybe meditating, praying, looking to get the right answers, that type of situation. I sense you could be in that. This is all about that, like searching deep within and getting that information and knowledge that you seek. I'm going to see if I read this already, but I wanted to read the messages it has here for the Hangman, because I sense this is a special message that you're supposed to have. So the Hangman, surrendering. It's about surrendering to the will of the cosmos. An intentional pause, reflection, letting go, embracing the new, realigning with your heart and purpose, new wisdom, spiritual teaching, sacrifice, and enlightenment. I lean into my inner world of limitless miracles, surrendering to the divine will of the cosmos. So this is amazing. You can look at something from a completely different point of view, a completely different perspective. And here's the Nine of Swords. And I sense you might have to. You had the Nine of Wands, and now you've got the Nine of Swords. But the Nine of Swords is that head energy. That is being all up in your head, all up in your mind, to the point really where you're, giving yourself nightmares even. It is the card of nightmares about worry. It's like being worried about something to the point that we can almost make ourselves ill. So I don't know what you've been through or what you're going through, but look at her, look at that card. It's so in the head. Feelings of depression and anxiety, insomnia, not even being able to sleep good, fear, an opportunity to find courage, a time to focus on safety and the things that are going well in your life. I see my fears as the illusions that they are. These fears are nothing but illusions. Illusions. And here's the Knight of Cups, Knight of Cups. You could be making an offer to someone, Stephen. Maybe that's what your fear is. Maybe you're like, I want to make this offer. Look, with the roses sitting there. I want to make this offer and I want to make it right. I hope she says yes, but you're not sure. It could be that you're getting an emotional offer from someone, but either way, whatever this offer is, this is something you really want. This is something you really, truly want, okay? That Knight of Cups, okay? So, and if someone makes an offer to you, you may not have the ability to say no because it's what you want. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. I love the Ace of Wands. I love that you got an ace. The Ace of Wands is the new beginnings. And I sense that you've got a new beginning coming. That's there it is. New ideas, new creativity, the seed of potential, the arrival of inspiration, illumination, intense creativity, the mirror-like nature of consciousness, the interconnectedness of all things, the ability to manifest anything. I see my new bright future with the roots of creativity and inspiration. And it ends on the 7 of Wands. This is about you having integrity and fortitude. I'm going to tell you what this deck says about the 7 of Wands, but it is usually about not, not caving in. It's a challenge. It's about a challenge, grounding and protecting yourself, movement and growth, creativity and innovation, remaining ahead, feeling vulnerable, a sign to continue to share your ideas, self-expression, having integrity. I am deserving of this success, and I will bravely shine my light to the world. Right. So it's about, it's asking you to defend your accomplishments, basically. On the bottom of the deck, look, it's the Page of Pentacles. So this is maybe some new ideas, or no, excuse me, Page of Swords. Page of Swords, it's more of that mind energy. I mean, it could be new ideas, right? Page of Swords, but it's the mind energy. It's in the head. This whole reading has indicated, Stephen, that you've been in your head a lot. And with the Page of Swords, that's it too. This is that restless energy of being in your head, right? Curiosity, a thirst for information, learning new things, an apprentice or student, intellectual pursuits, ideas, reasoning, a messenger. I learn and expand my consciousness and open up new opportunities for my life. So, like I said, it is that mental. It's a lot of mental going on here. So, Stephen, I'm going to, oh, wow. I'm just going to pull. I wanted one card. But several cards popped out. Why? I don't know. But I sense I'm supposed to read these cards to you. The first card I see is Chiron. Chiron. Your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. But look, Chiron is known as the wounded healer in astrology. They don't have this here because they're not astrologers. And it carries the wound, no matter what happens. And it's almost like it wants to heal, but it's in the midst of that pain and that wound. And I sense you might be in the midst of that, especially with all that swords energy. And there was Mars, your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. So, there's pain, there's fighting, and then there's Jupiter. It's your confidence, your current confidence, your courage, your self-belief, and luck. So it's about having that faith, having the confidence and courage to go. Look, he's like taking a flying leap in spite of, whatever else is going on, the pain, the wound, the anger. So good luck, Stephen. I hope this resonated with you in some way and that you were fed in some way from whatever these cards wanted to tell you, and that it resonated with you. Okay, much love to you, Stephen. So we're moving on to the next, which is Brenda Jones Harper. Brenda Jones Harper. A whole bunch of cards just came out of my hand at one time, and I'm taking them because I feel like those are the cards that wanted to come out. Let me just make sure before I go. Yeah, there we go. Anything else? Is that it? Brenda Jones Harper. Brenda Jones Harper. Any other card for Brenda Jones Harper? Was that it? One more. Show me. And it literally popped out of my hand. Isn't that amazing? So Brenda Jones Harper, your first card. First time I seen her tonight too. I'm learning all these cards new. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. And I love this, the Queen of Swords is that woman who, she's alone usually, but she's been through things, pain, maybe a bad relationship, loss of marriage or child or something. I'm going to tell you what this says about the Queen of Swords, so that you can learn more. But the Queen of Swords is your first card, so I want you to know all you can. A thought leader, unbiased decision, an excellent communicator, wise, logical counsel, integrity and honesty, being perceptive, intelligence, being direct, seeking truth. I speak with wisdom and clarity. It's about speaking with wisdom and clarity. And the very next card you got was the, excuse me, let me make sure I got these in the, that they're falling over and I don't want to lose the positions. But the next card you got was the King of Swords. There we go. You have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. And when I saw that, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, right after each other. Now, either Brenda, you're a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or you might be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But I mean, this again is intelligence and logic and the rules and law, clear thinking, a strong communicator and leader, truth, proof, blending mental and spiritual pursuits, bravery and courage. I make intelligent and wise decisions about my future. So yeah, and you speak with wisdom and clarity. So that's amazing. Next, you got the Five of Wands. There could be fighting. This is the fighting card. There, you know, it's about jealousy and envy and issues like that. So let me tell you what this says of the Five of Wands. Yeah, it says competition. Brenda Jones Harper, competition, conflict, ambition, challenge, being pushed by others to excel, brainstorming, mental jousting, adrenaline and aggression, surpassing limits, dynamic energy, and leveling up. So that could be part of it. And right next to it, you got the Four of Wands. So by the way, the Five of Wands, I don't want to go before saying this. I support others and they support me. I support others and they support me. And we rise together in accelerated harmony. So instead of competition, instead of jealousy, right, and fighting, work together, support others, so and they'll support you, and then you can rise together in accelerated harmony because you're working together. And I think this Four of Wands really is a card that also helps to indicate that, right? Four of Wands, it's celebration, it's prosperity, it's an important event or milestone, it's gathering of souls, kindreds, stability in your home and your relationships, and it can sometimes signify marriage. I am devoted to my connectedness, and I celebrate the wonder of loving bliss in my community. I love that. You can get over the, oh, wow. You know, they all fell out, but they obviously all fell out together. And I know I had these cards separated because they've come out in other readings, but these came out together for a reason, because next is the Six of Wands. And for you, she came up upright. I think I seen her earlier and she was, you know, reversed. And this is my favorite card of the deck. I chose what card resonated with me as the most successful card. Usually, you know, I scream over the sun with my other deck, but with this deck, it was the Six of Wands. And this is because for me, I resonate so closely with the Six of Wands, and maybe you can too, okay? Because this is what it says, Brenda Jones Harper. It says badass success. Badass success, leadership, accomplishments, being seen, being an influencer, victory, optimism, and inspiring others. Brenda Jones Harper, there you are. I am worthy of this success, and I am grateful to be seen. Maybe that's what it's about. You getting out there, being seen, being grateful to be seen, embracing that ability to have success. And this is your judgment. It's about weighing those options and coming out, or excuse me, justice. Your justice. This is about weighing the options and coming out with, you know, this truth, this whatever it is that needs to be done. And I'm going to find you the meaning that they have in this book about the Justice card, because I really feel like it's something that I need to be reading to you right now, because you need to know it. So let me see if I can get that Justice. Okay, here we go. So it's natural law, balance, karma, truth, wisdom, legal matters, fairness, cause and effect, integrity, objectivity, perspective, and accountability. My good karma is delightfully loving, and it can be the most motivating of teachers. So my good karma is delightfully loving. It asks you to learn from your past experiences, the good, the bad, and the fugly. Take it all and grow from them. You know, I always say it is about making that final decision. No, it's about making a choice. And on the bottom, the Lovers. Maybe this is a choice about the Lovers. The Lovers card literally is about making a choice about love. So maybe Brenda Jones Harper, that's what you're up to. Making a choice, because the bottom of the deck had the Lovers card. And I could see that being something. Here's what it says about the Lovers. It's a choice. This is about choices, right? The Lovers. Dualities, harmony, a lover or romantic relationship, friendship, unity, choosing to allow yourself to fall in love. A lot of people forget that we choose to allow love. You know, people can love you all day, but until you open your heart to it, it's a choice. Love is a choice. Let's see, healthy boundary, soulmates. My heart is open to deeply meaningful relationships, and I expand into this union with loving trust. Love it. I can't believe the card after it was the Hierophant too. That's amazing. I wonder if you are looking at getting into some kind of deep relationship with somebody. Wow. I did see the King and Queen of Swords in this reading, and the Lover. So if you are a Libra, Aquarius, a Gemini, and you're dealing with one, this could be about a relationship, right? I would just say, you know, lean into the love, not be so nitpicky, and you know, because sometimes when you know too much or looking for too much, if you look for flaws, you can find them. Just know that. I tell that to people all the time. Like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for love? Then you'll find love. If you're looking for flaws, you'll find flaws. The card that came out was Pisces. This energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So it's about love and compassion. It's about having compassion, really. Pisces is also, you know, they believe, they have faith. So it could also be about you having that faith, maybe in your love life, maybe. So Brenda Jones Harper, that's my reading for you. I hope it resonates with you in some way, because that's the message I wanted to share with you. So let's see what we're going to be sharing with the next person, which is Carla Dennis. Carla Dennis, you are next. I'm actually getting through these cards quick because, you know, I know there were a couple of people that came and posted like, where is she? But you know what? You know, I got you all. I got y'all. Let's see what we got here. This looks so similar to a reading I did already, but I know I just shuffled these cards. And so, you know, this is what we get here. So let's see. The first card I see is the High Priestess for Carla Dennis. Carla, I really believe that this is about you using your higher mind, your intuition, that insight, that inner knowledge, all of that, the High Priestess. I will read to you what it says too, because, you know, the High Priestess is it's your first card. So I really want you to get this. High Priestess is usually a Cancer card, usually, but it's dreams, powerful visions, psychic insights, serendipity, meditation, introspection, intuition, and a spiritual experience. I have the answers I seek, and by following the truth, I will find them. So you are finding that truth. You are getting that answer. And here's the wheel, which is, I guess, the Wheel of Fortune in the regular deck, right? But the wheel. And I love that. I love that, you know, in any direction you go, you can win with the wheel. I'm going to tell you what it says here. I wonder how different it is than what I normally do, because they're looking at it from a more spiritual light seer point of view. But here it says changes, fate, destiny, a lucky break, cycling up through karmic lessons, the chaos of creation, a turning point, serendipity. I've seen serendipity a couple of times here and I've only gotten 2 cards. I allow the transformative energies of fate to help me expand my experience. So it's so weird. Okay, look, you just had 2 cards that are dealing with you using your higher mind, allowing fate to happen. It's about allowing fate to be at one with fate, be knowing what that inner wisdom is and just going with it. And here's the Ace of Cups. There it is again, that inner wisdom, that emotional knowledge. Let me tell you what this Ace of Cups says according to this, so that you have that. Ace of Cups. It is, according to this, I always say it's emotional fulfillment, but it also is new connections, new romantic relationships, friendships, seeds of love and hope, newfound emotions, awakening the heart, joy, positive outcomes, oneness, bliss, and creativity. My heart is open and filled with love. Ace of Cups, extremely positive message of vibrant new beginnings. It's the genesis of relationships, emotional connections, and deep feelings of love and friendship. So yeah, emotions are powerful. And here it is, the Fool again, stepping out on a limb, stepping out over, you know, and it by a thread, it looks like she's hanging, but just stepping out there, having faith. With that Ace of Cups in this, I think having that renewed hope and faith to start again. So this is what it's all about for you. I believe it's all about, Carla Dennis, it's about you starting again, having that faith. And here is the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. Let me tell you what that is. I think this is my first time getting the 7 of Pentacles tonight. So interesting to see what they have to say about it. What it says here is a pause, a pause. It's states of gratitude, states of gratitude. Okay, so a pause and states of gratitude. Reflecting on your journey, waiting to harvest the fruits of your labors, and a sign to keep going. You're almost there. I mean, you've been doing the work and you're growing, right? So yeah, as I give thanks for what I'm about to harvest, I know that my life is headed in the right direction. And I think this is about that. It's about that inner knowing that you're going in the right direction. I mean, look at this. I mean, you got the High Priestess, the Wheel, the Ace of Cups, the Fool, and now the 7 of Pentacles. You know you're going in the right direction, maybe to make money, perhaps. But on the bottom of the deck, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. And I know normally this is about the choices. And so maybe you're stuck at the choices, Carla. That could be what's going on. Let me see what it says about the 7 of Swords in this. It says deception or betrayal, taking only what's needed. The universe bearing witness to true intentions. Getting away with something, being strategic, being grateful for the resources you have, moving silently and quickly. I act from a place of love and morality. And the universe witnesses my honest intentions. So they're saying there's honest intentions. I guess, you know, you're not trying to get away with something. So be on the lookout for deception, thievery, and betrayal. But they're saying come from a place of love immorality instead. So I believe that. I think if you come from a place of love, you'll get your answer. I'm going to pull one card here, Carla Dennis, just to see what that card is going to be for Miss Carla Dennis. And it was Mercury. It's weird because it ended on the 7 of Swords, right? About the thinking. Mercury, how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. So it's all about that thought. It's all about how you write, you think, you communicate. Make sure that when you're writing, you write positively. When you're thinking, you think positively. When you talk positively, okay? And then therefore positive things will begin to start manifesting in your life. The more positive we think, the more positive we experience. So next, I did Banksima, I did Megan Lay, I didn't do Pamela K. Dennis. Pamela K. Dennis, this is your reading. And look at it, 10:30. I am a night owl. I try to operate with the rest of the world, but I operate on my own time. I got to keep it real. You know, a bunch of cards came out and I'm taking them. So let's see what we're telling Pamela K. Dennis. Because Pamela K. Dennis, this reading is for you. And I believe this is the very last reading that I see here as far as requests. So Pamela K. Dennis, you are the last of the night. You got, looks like the most cards. So here, Pamela K. Dennis, your first card was the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. And you know, when you're in the 4, like she's holding on, first of all, do you see how she's holding on to that wallet, that pocketbook? Ain't nobody getting her money. Hold on for dear life. She, whatever she has, she is not letting go. And that's really indicative of the 4 of Pentacles. It's, you know, holding on to that dollar till it cries because you ain't letting go of that money. So here's what this 4 of Pentacles says according to this book. Stability, savings, success, generosity, accepting your worth, being in flow with the universe, feelings of gratitude, helping others in time of need. I live an abundant life and I have more than I need. And I guess this is about telling yourself that so you can let that money go. I live an abundant life. I have more than I need. I live an abundant life. I have more than I need. I'm telling myself that. Next, you got the 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands. It's always about the decision with the 2 of Wands. But let's see what this has to say here about the 2 of Wands. So, yeah, Pamela K. Dennis, 2 of Wands. Here we go. So Pamela K. Dennis, this is what the 2 of Wands has to tell you. It's about planning your future. Planning your future, making progress, activation, possibilities, the choice between your comfort zone and new adventures. You got to make a choice, right? You really do. But the world is filled with opportunities for adventure, and I welcome them into my life with planned action. So make a plan and then stick to that plan. That's going to help a lot when it comes to choices. And next is the Fool. You got it too, about stepping out on a limb and, you know, starting something new and holding on to that, you know, by a thread, but doing it anyway and not being afraid to start anew because it's new beginnings. And I think since Pamela K. Dennis, you've got new beginnings coming too. New beginnings, potential, adventures, enthusiasm, awakening. It's also innocence and optimism. So have that innocence and optimism. And I sense a new beginning, really. Here's the Empress. I mean, truly, you could be pregnant. Maybe you're just pregnant with new ideas and creativity. But I mean, the new beginnings is abounding here. This is a new start, a new beginning. And then with the Empress, she's coming out with that new creativeness, you know, the new creative, maybe a new child. It's the divine feminine, a prolific creativity, fertility, motherhood, unity, the goddess, sensuality, nurturing, abundance, empathy, unconditional love, unification of mind, body, and spirit. And I am ready to give birth to my abundantly rich life. You are ready. And here's the 9 of Pentacles telling me, yep, You're ready. You are ready for that success. I love the Nine of Pentacles. You are ready for that abundance. You are ready for that success. You are ready to win. You are ready to be on top. I love the Nine of Pentacles. This is a spiritual and material satisfaction card. So you're satisfied materially, and you're satisfied financially, spiritually. It's personal achievement, inner peace. It's milestones met and celebrated, the energy of a successful harvest, contentment. It's enjoy the bliss and abundance that I now have sown. It's feeling bright about your future. Feeling so bright, you might have to have shades on because you know that you win, okay? And next is the Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. And this is the more that you give, the more you get. Sometimes people think you're going to get something, but if you're not doing the energetic exchange, it doesn't work out right, which is why I often remind you guys to send donations, because energetically, I think it helps even you when you send a donation, because, if you're not energetically giving to get, well, it's a two-way abundance, right? It's giving and receiving. It's about being charitable, a positive and generous mindset, advancement, awakening, inflow, help coming from others. I show gratitude for my life through generosity and compassion. It's giving to get. Sometimes it's not even money, it's giving, just giving to get. And here it is. The World. This is the first and the last card of the night, and you got the World card, one of my favorite cards, because first of all, I'm a Capricorn, but the World card is a card that is ruled by both Saturn and the Earth, which makes it a Capricorn card, because Saturn rules Capricorn, and it is an Earth sign. So I always say it's a Capricorn card, and it is completion. It's joy, wholeness, achievement, happy endings, abundance, success. It's happy endings, by the way. Abundance, success, new levels of consciousness. Literally traveling the world. It is literally traveling. So you could be literally traveling. I accept this gift of completion, and I ascend to new levels of awareness and wholeness. I am love. The World brings one of the most positive and abundant messages in the tarot. Congratulations, you come so far. A large project or period in your life is coming to a successful conclusion, and it's time to revel in the sweet afterglow of your success. So that's what's going on. On the bottom of the deck, oh, yes, yes, yes. Ace of Cups, this is your emotional fulfillment. They are saying this could be love too, but normally it's love, but it's also like that emotional fulfillment. It's feeling emotionally complete. It's feeling like you've actually gotten, that emotional fulfillment. Here we got the new connections, new romantic relationships, friendships, seeds of love and hope, newfound emotions, awakening the heart and joy, positive outcomes, oneness, bliss, creativity. My heart is filled and open with love. And I love that you got that with the World as your last card, and that on the bottom of the deck. I really believe that you have the ability to travel toward your emotional fulfillment. And that's what it's all about right now. So let me get this right here, because I am basically done. I'm going to pull this, one of these cards. It popped right over for her. That's so weird. It was Scorpio. Scorpio. Don't know if you're a Scorpio, Pamela K. Dennis, but this is what it says. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but is also secretive and possessive. So this could be about that. Also, that Scorpio secretiveness, possessiveness. You were holding on to money for dear life, so that could be part of it, right? It's intense and masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming. Okay. So Pamela K. Dennis, I hope this resonated with you. And I hope this resonated with all of you who got a reading from me tonight. I can't believe I actually finished it, and I did it all within 2 hours. I'm I'm actually in shock about that, but I have done it. It's all done. And you guys, I wanted to tell you guys this. Okay, so it is a Tuesday night, 10:30 at night. Tomorrow night, I am doing my best to go live on YouTube because I have to discuss this full super moon coming up in Aquarius. I've done some mini Aquarius readings, moon in Aquarius readings. You can find them on YouTube at youtube.com/astrology a look inside. And I think I did them about 4 or 5 days ago. So go check those out. And then I'm going to do or discuss this full moon in Aquarius in more detail tomorrow night on YouTube. So do join us on YouTube. Now, another thing I have to say is make sure that you join gregarious.flixters.com. And the reason I say that is sometimes when we go to YouTube, you know, we're hit with all the commercials and ads, and sometimes they'll move on to other videos and could take you into places where you don't even want to go. So this allows you to watch each video individually so you can really grasp what you're doing without all the commercials and interruptions and things of that nature and being taken off course. So I love it. And I've concentrated everything at Gregarious on spiritual awakening and enlightening and uplifting and positivity and everything it takes to feel good, be good, feel great, and look great, and just boost our energy and positivity, because it's all about boosting and raising the energy level of the world, not just for ourselves, but the world. And so that's what I want to do with Gregarious, because I am a gregarious person, at least online, and I wanted to share that with the world. Okay, so do join us at gregarious.flixters with a Z at the end.com and get fed every day with this spiritual and emotional and positive, uplifting, even if it's just music. It's a great way to start your day. Okay, much love, much light, many blessings. I'm letting this go. Oh, I'm going to do this one thing. I meant to do it and I almost didn't do it, but I'm going to do it. And if you guys want to get out of here, you can. But I'm going to do this one thing because I told myself I was going to do this for my kid. I haven't done a reading for my kid in such a long time. And I wanted to do this reading for my kid. So and she was waiting for me to call her. I hope she's not asleep yet. She might be. For my kid. Let's see what I'm doing here for my kid. Okay, one more. Give me one more. I might do one more. Let me see. Anything else for my kid? Okay, there we go. I'm doing this because it's my kid and I love my kid. Okay, so okay, that's it. I'm not pulling any more cards. It doesn't want me to pull any more cards. So this is what I'm telling my own child, my very own child. This is what I'm going to be telling her because I haven't done a reading for her in a while. So let me see. The Empress Virgo. She's a Virgo. She popped up in her own reading pregnant. I love it. Pregnant with new ideas, creativity. I feel like birthing a new world. Birthing a new world. That is amazing. And then we got the Ace of Swords. This, you have victory coming. So total success and victory. I love it. Eight of Cups, walking away from what doesn't serve you. If it isn't serving your highest good, if it isn't making you feel like you are number one, walk away from it. And next, Three of Wands. This is having courage. Have that courage. Look forward to your future. You got this. Have that courage. Don't be afraid. You are courageous. And the King of Wands. I love it. This is that decision-making king. That king that knows how to, you know, he looks well, he dresses well, he makes that decision. He's a leader. Everybody follows that king. And the Death and Rebirth card, you know, this is the Death card. It could be a Scorpio. Could be that you're looking at a potential for death and rebirth in your life. I'm going to pull out that card because I have not read it for anyone yet. And I'm going to read it for you. Death and Rebirth card. It is the cycles of transformation, rebirth, transition, change, new beliefs, newfound awareness, endings, a symbolic death, and initiation process. I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to new beginnings, new beginnings. And, you know, I just wanted to check one other thing because I didn't really check before. I'm going to check now. Yeah, yep. I just wanted to make sure, and I'm right. Oh my God, I'm right, but I am right. I just wanted to check on the King of Wands because I just went. I didn't even check here, but here they say an entrepreneurial spirit, a natural born leader. Ideas that can be ultra successful, creative, visionary, timelessness, success, fire, passionate and heart fueled. We build this empire of light together. And here's the Page of Wands. Here's the Page of Wands. I love this Page of Wands because, again, I believe we're dealing with the creativity of the newness of the creativity that exists. And this is explosive creativity and infectious enthusiasm, ideas aplenty, creative beginnings, a newly found inspiration, honing of new skills and passion, curiosity and trying new things, gifting yourself permission to dream, great energy for creative ideation and brainstorming, a youthful spark. As the dreamer of my dream, I spontaneously and passionately ignite this flame. And then you got the Knight of Wands right after it. And this is charisma, passion, spontaneity, pursuing your dreams, fast energy, enthusiasm, courage, taking inspired action, the pursuit of adventure. In the pursuit of the imagined, I manifest this fire with the infectious feelings of inspiration. And it ended on the Magician. You've got all the tools you need to be a success, to win, to get whatever you want. Just remember that when you doubt yourself, because you do have all the tools you need. This is skill, natural talents, powers of manifestation, creativity, and resourcefulness. Creativity literally showed up in almost every card. I can manifest the life I desired through energy and action. And yes, you can. On the bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles, learning a new way of doing things, learning a brand new skill. You are learning a new way of success even. I mean, the success doesn't stop, right? You're just learning a new way of doing it and getting it. And this is cooperation also. Let me just pull that card back out so you see it. But it is a cooperation, Three of Pentacles, community, teaching and learning, sharing and listening, teamwork. There is no limit to what you can manifest together. So if you've got a team, you can manifest a lot with that team. I step into the vibration of conscious collaboration. So it is about collaboration. This is amazing reading. I can't believe this is the reading for my own kid. Let me see what the astrology card that comes out for this reading is. Let me just see what I get. These are pretty big cards. So whatever comes out, oh, that's too many. For her is what I get, and then that will officially be the end. And I got the 9th house, broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. This could be travel. This could be spirituality. This is just the God principle. It really is. It could be politics. It could be legalese. It could just be praying. It could be academics. And my daughter is known as in academia. So very interesting. Maybe you're taking a journey to, go to school or something. We'll see. I'm looking forward to finding out how it manifests, right? So anyway, you guys, it's been Adrienne. I had so much fun tonight with you guys. Much love, much light, many blessings. And don't forget to join me on gregarious.flicksters with a Z at the end.com and on YouTube at youtube.com/astrology a look inside. Tomorrow night, don't forget, is Wednesday Night Lives. I will be discussing this full moon coming up in Aquarius. Be there or be square. And also follow me on Instagram. If you've not done it, follow me on Instagram.com. That's Instagram.com/astrology a look inside. Now, I got one last message. I have been putting up the healing the trauma within.com link everywhere. Just go to healingthetraumawithin.com/sign up. Healingthetraumawithin.com/sign up. There is, after you sign up, there is a page of freebies. It's 20 to 30 things long. There's so I went to go get the freebies and I'm lost in the freebies myself. So if you are looking for spiritual feeding, getting some insights and knowledge from some of the top healers, go to healingthetraumawithin.com/sign up. And then you'll see the freebies or, free page, and get to that page and just click access. And each one of those links sends you to the access of the freebie that you've, that's there. So good luck. Much light, much in love to you all. It's been my pleasure. I'm out of here. So glad that the Theraflu kicked in and worked. Okay. Many blessings. Bye, everybody. Bye.